Hey, this is GatorX, and with the recent Sword and Shield trailer yesterday, it seems like there's been a new Pokemon discovered. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. It's apparently this little squirrel here. You know, in the crowd, in the trailer part of Sword and Shield, it seems like there's an additional squirrel Pokemon. You can see it a little better now that things are blown up. I've got a circle right here that circles it and singles it out. So it's a little squirrel. Seems at least grayish in this photo, and it's got just a giant tail behind it, and I hope you can see that a little better. So yeah, here's the head, here's the body, and then here's the big tail right behind it. So that's basically what it looks like, and this is basically a case with what happened with Rockruff during Sun and Moon, right? There was a trailer for Sun and Moon, or at least a little look at it, or it was more so like a little screenshot or something, and you could see like a little dog owned by somebody. It was facing away from us, you know. It wasn't as clear as this little squirrel here, and while it's pretty small, you could still kind of identify that this is at least a squirrel, and that a large part of it is this tail. There is another screenshot of it that you can kind of see, and here it looks like it's still green. Well, not green, sorry, it's still gray. It's right here chilling next to Munchlax, because again, another crowd shot with a Pikachu, Munchlax, a Vulpix, and then the little squirrels right here. You can still kind of identify it, so it seems like it's got a white face, little gray on the outside, and then the tail behind it is just absolutely huge. So, hey, look, we got a new squirrel Pokemon. Additionally, there is also this kid of wearing you know, a sweater with a fat squirrel that seems to be enjoying a big nut. So potentially an evolution. Again, you know, we've seen this before. This happened during Sun and Moon, where there was like a little someone was wearing a T-shirt that had a toucan-esque design on it. I believe that was the case, right? Because, you know, with customizable clothing, you just slap some Pokemon on some of the shirts. So it seems like potentially, you know, we get a little squirrel here, and you know, a little squirrel here with a big tail, and we get a squirrel that has a big tail but an equally big gut to go with it. Now, I will acknowledge that this does line up with a rumor that has been out there, and apparently I'm not going to talk too much about it, but this rumor has been out for a while, and it did apparently line up with things that were in the direct and the trailer yesterday. And you know, it had been out there for a while. No one talked about it, but then apparently, like, oh, hey, turns out it predicting Dynamax Pokemon. Hey, turns out it predicted these characters here and there. And one of the things going along with it was that there was a 2-stage evolution of a squirrel Pokemon. So it looks like we've got that right here. A little squirrel here, and then big fat squirrel right here. Basically confirmed. Of course, you know, I won't believe everything in the rumor, because that's happened in the past where some rumors have had accurate information and then weird information that ended up not coming true. But at the very least, what we have with us right now is confirmation of a squirrel Pokemon. So definitely, I think that this could potentially be, you know, an early route rodent Pokemon. We didn't get one earlier. I was kind of hoping with Wooloo being announced, you know, the sheep Pokemon, that we would move away from like the early on normal type Pokemon being a rodent or rodent-esque, even though technically Yungoos isn't a rodent. I don't think weasels count as rodents, do they? I don't know. I don't know my terminology, but point is, hey, yeah, we've got Squirrel Boy right here, little squirrel right here, and again, you know, I hope you can see it. Maybe I should have outlined it or drawn some sort of artist representation of it, but I think it's relatively clear to see when you've got it on a large screen. You know, on Twitter, scrolling through, I wasn't exactly able to see it, you know, squinting my eyes, but just literally just blow up the picture and you'll be able to see it. So that's basically all that's going on today. We've got a squirrel Pokemon. Definitely think it's going to be a normal type. Let's see, with the supposed evolution of the fat squirrel here, I don't think it's going to change normal type, but it definitely seems, you know, it's giving me those Eradicate vibes. But, you know, let me know what you think down in the comments below of this squirrel Pokemon. I suppose there's not much more I could say about it. I mean, aside from the fact that they're still doing stuff like this where it seems like maybe they forgot to take out this Pokemon from an early on thing. Now, another interesting thing, I didn't bring it up, but Sword and Shield is going to be playable at E3 next week, apparently. Unfortunately, I'm not able to go, but I'm going to be watching the direct from home in the morning at least, and I'm going to be able to get some of that spicy, juicy news. And I'm not shelling. Okay, here's the thing: E3 costs $250 for a Gamer Pass. You know, that's good for all 3 days, but that's $250 to be able to go in and, you know, just buy, you know, just play some games, which I don't know. It's really tempting for me to attempt to maybe shell out that $250 to play Sword and Shield, but I mean, I'm gonna, oh no. I'm gonna keep my eyes watchful. So E3 next week, we're gonna very likely they're gonna play through a bit of the game to show us some of the wild area potentially. So maybe we'll see this Pokemon. You know, the same thing again happened with Young Goose, right, at E3. In that there was a gameplay demo, or at least, you know, there was some they were streaming some gameplay, and that's when Young Goose was like announced, so, or revealed. So this is probably what what's going to be happening with this Squirrel. At least, you know, that's what I would bet on, especially the fact that, you know, it's out there and we know it's out there. And again, you know, it potentially being such an early route Pokemon, you know, there's a good chance they'll show it off. But anyway, that's basically all there is for today. Analysis of the Squirrel Pokemon, a bit of predictions for E3 next week. You know, let me know what you think down in the comments below. By chance, are you able to shell out $250 to go to E3? Let me know down in the comments, and let me know how the game is if you get to play it. But anyway, if you enjoyed the content, remember to leave a like and subscribe to show your support. You can enable notifications by clicking the bell icon next to the subscribe button. This will make sure you see each new video as it comes out, and will make you a member of the Chingling Squad. Anyway, this has been GatorX. Have a nice day.